Hello everyone, this is Cassie with the Clinton Public Library. I'm here today to talk about something that we have always had at the library, some things we're getting new at the library, and it's helping people who, for instance, maybe can't see a page, have reading difficulties, have physical disabilities that they can't hold like books. Very close to that myself. So going to start this off, that a lot of this comes from the Indiana Talking Book and Braille Library. And they are a service that is offered in the state of Indiana and in fact is offered in most states in the U.S. In conjunction with the National Library Service for the Blind and Physically Handicapped. So we're going to go over some of those things that we can help you with and some of the things that they offer and that we can help you as your library get. So in the case of if, let's say someone can't see, they can't hold a book, they have reading difficulties that make it hard to read a book, physical handicaps, those kinds of things that make it hard to read, this is available to them. We have applications at the library and we can help you fill those out. Now there are two ways that this can go. Either one of them is through a recorder, which we have one, so we can show you what it looks like. Now these are provided, I do believe, at no cost to the person using them. Just a real quick show of how it is. The cassette-ish looking thing goes in here. I have one, I will show you what it looks like. They're heavy, and then it's basically like an audiobook. And as I understand it, these will be mailed directly to the person. You don't have to come to the library to pick up the book cassettes. Instead, they are mailed directly to you. This doesn't mean that you still can't use the audiobook services we have, like our CD audiobooks or audiobooks through Libby. This is just an additional thing. So when you get a book in the mail, it'll look like this. It comes from the Indiana State Library. They are the ones who partnered up with the Indiana Talking Book and Braille Library. Either come from them or from the state library, it just depends. And you see it is property of the United States government. It is just basically a USB. It does look like an old cassette with a thing that you can put your fingers through. It gives you the address for the Talking Book Library. And it just slots in like that. Goes flat side up. Just hit power. And it does have Braille bits on it.
Player on. 5 books. Battery charge remaining 18 hours.
This cartridge contains several books. It was prepared especially for you and contains several books that you have explicitly requested or books in subject areas in which you have expressed interest. You may select the book you wish to read from those available on the player's bookshelf. To enter the bookshelf, press and hold the green rectangular play button near the player's front edge for 3 seconds.
Bookshelf. 5 books. Book 1.
Packs.
Two.
Throne of Glass.
3.
The Nightingale.
4.
The President's Daughter.
5.
The second Mrs. Astor.
4.
The President's Daughter. The President's Daughter. By Bill Clinton and James Patterson. DB 103817.
So you can change all sorts
Originally
of...
produced.
Let me turn that off now.
Player off.
So that is the player. It is a cute little thing. It comes with instructions that are nice and big. So like I said, You'll do this through the Talking Book Library. Let me just put it back in here before something happens to it. They come in these little mailing boxes. Now this is available for anyone in Indiana. You will have to fill out an application, but I do not believe that it costs you anything. Yeah, here it is. Here's the indicate the primary disability preventing you from reading regular printed material. Check only one box. Eligibility must be substantiated. See eligibility criteria definitions. That's further in here. But there's blindness, visual impairment, physical disability, reading disability, and deaf and blindness. These relating to the record Library of Congress. It has to be certified by a doctor. Yes, it has to be certified by a doctor. But it does allow, yes, here it is. This is what I was looking for. When you sign up, one of the things you do is you select subjects that you are interested in. Anything from adventure to Amish fiction, science fiction, science, law and legal nonfiction, all that kind of stuff. So you get to choose. This also talks about BARD, which is the Braille and Audio Reading Download. It's similar to the reader, the thing I just showed a few minutes ago, except it's all online. It's kind of like Libby, if you're familiar with Libby, our online ebook and e-audiobook lending library, or at least that part of it is. Yes. You can get equipment. Like I said, they'll get you that equipment. And there is that. Now that is the talking book portion of what I was talking about. The other part is the Braille. And for our Braille readers, we're actually getting some for our library. We're having them in the children's book format, which, let me see if I can adjust myself. Yeah, there we go. So, I don't know if you can see this, but basically it is the pages of like the actual illustrations, and in between them are Braille pages, which are these very small pages in between, and they have Braille on them. And we are going to have some of these available for checkout soon. We're in the process of getting them cataloged. There's children's books ones, and there's ones for adults. Now, the ones for adults, they're going to come in volumes if it's a big enough book. Like this one is Run, Rose, Run by James Patterson and Dolly Parton. Or Dolly Parton and James Patterson. And this is part 4. Yeah, this is part 4, or volume 4 of 4. Yeah, like I said, there's the Braille. Now, the Talking Book and Braille Library will also send these to you if you need them. But we are also going to have some available ourselves, and that is just the generalities of what this is. If you do want to come in and see what the Braille books are like, or if you want to see what the player is like I said, this thing is heavy. Let's see what the player is like. You can come in. We're going to have this one available for people to look at. There's where it plugs in. I was wondering where that was. There's the plug. So you can come into the library and check it out. Just ask to see it. The Braille books right now are all up in the front in our display cabinet. Their location is going to change. We just haven't decided where. And so since they're new, we're going to be doing a spotlight on them. And that is all for today's new stuff at the library. If any of you have any questions or anything, let us know. We will try to answer them. Thank you, and you all have a nice day.